Hey everyone, it's me, Maika. Welcome back here where we discuss self-leadership, which means everything we do to guide ourselves to living the life that we aspire for. One aspect of self-leadership that is often overlooked is the ability to calm our mind and body down. We're often overly focused on achievement, and we forget that in order to be in that state of being creative, concentrated, and motivated, we actually also need to step away from that energy from time to time so that our mind and bodies can calm down and regenerate. So in this video, I want to share 3 exercises that you can do to calm your mind and body down and guide yourself away from being overactive, stressed, overthinking, and anxious. Before I get into the exercises, I want to briefly explain why they work the way they do. So our nervous system has a part that is responsible for regulating our bodies back and forth between calmness and activation. This is called the autonomic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system has 2 parts: the sympathetic nervous system, which is activating, and the parasympathetic nervous system, which is calming. The sympathetic nervous system will make our bodies more active, like increasing our blood pressure, increasing our heart rate, and sharpening our gaze so that it's really laser sharp and focused. The purpose of the sympathetic nervous system is to give ourselves the energy we need to perform well, and it can do this really quickly also if necessary. The parasympathetic nervous system, on the other hand, is responsible for regeneration, rest, digestion, immune system functions. And what it does is, for example, lowering our blood pressure, decreasing our heart rate, activating or stimulating digestion, and it also softens our gaze. With these 2 functions, our body is optimally equipped to go back and forth from being active and being calm. For example, if we start to exercise, our sympathetic nervous system cranks up our energy so we can keep up with the exercise. And when we're done, the parasympathetic nervous system calms our body back down so that it can regenerate from this exercise. This usually happens outside of our conscious awareness, but if we know how, we can actually activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the part in us that calms our body and mind down. This is really helpful if we're in a situation where we feel overly stressed or anxious. Wisdom traditions have actually been teaching these kinds of techniques for centuries, like meditation, breath work, or yoga. And it's actually helpful to do these kind of exercises regularly during the day so that we have a pretty frequent back and forth between being activated and then again calming back down, so that our body's activation doesn't come to this point of just being over the top. Let's start with exercise number 1, and that is softening our gaze. Maybe you've heard of or even experienced tunnel vision. This is a very narrow focus. It corresponds to not being able to see the big picture and being constricted in our mental flexibility. And this happens when we're in a very active or maybe even stressed state. And in order to bring some calmness into our body and mind, what we can do is to soften our gaze. And the beauty of this exercise, like all of the exercises in this video, is you can do this exercise at your desk, in a meeting, wherever you are. You don't have to leave a situation and sit on a yoga mat. And how this works is that you keep on looking at whatever you're looking at. This can be a person, it can be a PowerPoint, it can be a computer screen. And while you're looking at that person or object, you start paying attention to the things that you can sense in your periphery. So instead of just focusing on the one thing that's straight ahead of you, start noticing what's going on at the sides of your vision. What this does is that it widens our gaze. And this is the exact state of our gaze when our parasympathetic nervous system is active. So this exercise, this widening of our gaze, activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which sends signals to our body that you're safe. This meeting is completely stress-free. It's nothing to get overly cranked up about. And then this can trigger a relaxation response of your body. Exercise number 2, abdominal breathing. The way this exercise works is that you put your hands like this on your stomach. And when you breathe, focus on breathing in so deeply into your stomach that you can actually feel your stomach moving forward and backward as you breathe. So instead of having a very shallow breath that is just on the top of your chest, like breathe all the way down to where your hands are on your stomach so that you can actually feel your stomach expanding and falling back in. This activates the parasympathetic nervous system because this is the way that we breathe when we are relaxed. And when we're in a stressed state, we actually have this very shallow breathing that just is like that. If we can practice this throughout the day and become better and better at breathing into our stomach, it actually provides our whole body with more oxygen. And it influences the messenger substances in our brain in such a way that our body calms down and stress dissolves. And remember, you can do this anywhere at any time. If a meeting is starting to feel exhausting, if you're stuck in a traffic jam, if you're answering emails, focus on abdominal breathing. Exercise number 3, relaxing muscles. So this exercise follows the same logic of the other 2 exercises, and that's a bottom-up approach of calming our body and mind down. So by calming our body down, we can actually also influence the state of our mind and calm it down. And in this exercise, we do it by relaxing the muscles of our body. You can do it with any muscles, or you can choose to focus on muscles that you know you tense up in when you're stressed. Typical ones are our neck, shoulders, or also the muscles of our jaw. And whenever you feel that you're tensing up again in your shoulders, neck, or jaw, you can release that tension and relax them. You can use any other muscles of your body as well. You can relax your legs, feet, hands, fingers, arms, forehead, the torso. You can even choose to relax several muscles, either all at once or each gradually after the other. And one thing that can help with relaxing the muscles of our body is to clench them first a bit. So let's say you want to relax the muscles in your arm. Before you do that, you can clench them a bit by bringing the forearm towards the upper arm. And then you feel how the muscles are becoming tense. And then you hold that tension for a couple seconds, and then you release it. And notice how that area that was tense before is now relaxing. Important is that this clenching shouldn't be like you're lifting weights, very strong, but so soft that you can barely feel the muscles. It's the only purpose is for you to feel where the tension is better, so then you can relax it better. This will then trigger your parasympathetic nervous system and calm your body down and help you stay in a grounded and calm state of mind. In this spirit, stay grounded, stay calm, and maybe from the coolness of this place, you would like to leave a like and subscribe to this channel. Take good care of yourself. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.